Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Beta, episode 35, I believe. Last time we made it up here to the village where that one priest was that we met in the inn. It took me a while to remember who he was, so... Oh, also, I keep forgetting, there's actually a compass down here for when I'm lining up the map. So if I wanted to line up north, south, and east, I can do that. So I should remember that more often. So let's go check these out. Small dowel made of grass is tied to a tree with a blue ribbon. What was that one? 3 old dowels hang from the branches. Their grass and seaweed bodies are slowly rotting away. Okay. Where's the actual village? That is the question. On the other side of this stream? Can we get to the other side of this stream? Apparently, yes. More dowels? Piece of gray ribbon hangs from the branch. What a beast. We've got you now. Watch out for those huge teeth. Don't let it catch you. Aim for the throat and belly. Fewer scales there. Don't be afraid, everyone. We've fought ones bigger than this.
Go for their hearts.
That'll teach you to mess with us. A man with green eyes, the broad shoulders of a swimmer, and a fisherman's calloused hands shakes his fist at the beast's motionless carcass. Something's got him all worked up. It's the second time they've crawled out this month. So let him come. A woman, her eyes the same shade of green as the fisherman, smiles at you. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last. But what's it matter? They can't hurt us. And we can use their hides to make a lot of waterproof coats and cloaks. Mako, Melissa, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Huntress, the commander of the Crusades. She's the one I told you about. Ah, a real hero in our small little backwater. It's so nice of you to drop by. We've never had anyone so important come visit. Heroic acts are important, but sometimes it's good to leave the front lines and talk to ordinary people living ordinary lives. Anyway, welcome to Chili Creek. Hydras are usually far more dangerous. This beast did not have its full strength. I can tell you have an eye for such things. Well, of course she does. She's the commander of the Crusade. She probably could have told you all that with her eyes shut. It's all thanks to our mother, Icy Rill. She takes care of her children, won't let anyone hurt them. She fills our nets with fish and drives away the monsters. Icy Rill? Who is that? Whoops. That's right, and if she doesn't drive the beast away, she'll weaken them so we can kill them and harvest their hides. Icy Will, who is that? She's right here, Merkel nods to the river. Did you think this was the Selin? No, it's take you half a day of rowing before you can reach the river. It's big, to be sure, and very important. The Selin flows through at least a dozen countries. But where would the great Selin be if it wasn't fed by thousands of little creeks and streams, such as our dear Icy Reel? The people of Chili Creek hold the river in great reverence. The priest's observation is a matter of fact, but you notice his voice sounds a little strained. How can we not? Our whole lives are built around the river. From the wedding wreath we send down the stream to the funeral boat that floats away on the waters when the time comes. Our mother, Icy Reel, feeds us, gives us water, protects us. With a kind smile, Markle casts a sidelong glance at the frowning priest. The gods are far away, but our icy rill is right here, so we treat her with respect. The two of you look very much alike. I assume you're related? Right you are, Markle ruffles Melessa's hair. She laughs and tweaks his nose. She's my little sister. Takes after our granny, may her memory never fade. She was always restless, couldn't sit still, and Melissa's much the same. She's always up to something. And you took after our grandpa. May the river silt be his featherbed. You're as brave as he was, and just as stubborn. You two looked very confident when you were giving orders to those other villagers during the fight. Are you in charge here? Well, how could I put this? Our village is too small for anyone to be in charge. We just happen to know a thing or two about using a weapon. So if some nasty creature comes crawling out of the river, we give the orders. But then when it comes to fishing or fixing necks, we're the ones following orders. We're not an army, and there's no officers here. We all live together, solve our problems together, and serve the icy rill together. Although, truth be told, it's only been in the last few years that people have really started listening to us. Before that, villagers kept to themselves, and no one wanted to go poking their noses into anyone else's business. When we first came up with the idea to start trading on the river, the other villagers stubbornly dug in their heels. But after money and goods began to flow into the village, they changed their minds. What are those grass dolls that hang from the trees in the grove? A shadow passes over Markle's face and looks away. There's nothing really to tell, really, an old local custom. The world wound is not that far away. Have you ever been attacked by demons? No, we've never seen him. Our mother Icy Rill keeps us safe. She would never let such abominations get near us. I think a small river is not really that great a protection. How is life in the village now that you've got a priest? Not much has changed, Markle shrugs and smiles adamantly. He's a good lad, but can do some healing, never bothers us with sermons. Why, he's even learning to fish in his spare time. I have to go. Back to the front. I can't even imagine the nightmarish creatures you have to fight there. Have a safe journey and a swift victory. Magic gloves. Oppressor's gloves? What in the world is oppressor gloves? +2 on persuasion skill checks made to intimidate. In addition, whenever the wearer of these gloves confirms a critical hit, the enemy suffers a -2 penalty on saving throws against mind control conditions for 2 rounds. Not really a great item there. Okay. So it's a pretty big map. We missed something here and here. Probably this box. It's all for the work effort. Really.
Be halted.
I don't know. The dolls worry me. Especially them being so secretive about them. Wouldn't bother me much if they weren't secretive. Oh, looks like wolves. We can handle that. Wow, these are big wolves. They're bigger than our bear. Dire wolves. Yeah, they were bigger than our bear. You got some elk meat. Okay, that seems to be the end of there. I don't know. Maybe I'm just suspicious nature, but that's inside, so we're not going to worry about that. Whoops. I think I accidentally hit that. Okay. There's something down there, right there. Bunch of stuff here. A plagued... Ooh, and a plagued bear. How badly are... Yeah, I figured the two of you were beat up. Okay, everybody is healed up. We want to go to here. Villager, villager. Villager, villager. Ooh, a recipe. Where'd it go? There it is. Edible moss, spices, wine, and purifying. We need to keep forgetting that I need to get purifying solution. People have even reminded me in the comments. I'm just not sure where to get it. I need to remember next time we go to the potion guy. Maybe he has it. Hey, we're getting a little money. I don't know there's much else here. Still curious about the dolls. I know, I'm just picking up everything in sight.
We do it my way.
Where did I? Oh. Well, I don't see anything else in here. When Crusaders are near the world wound, they often experience nightmares when they sleep. Do you have any trouble with nightmares here? I thought about that as well. The village is located on the outskirts of the world wound, so perhaps that's why. Sharon, the name sounds familiar. Wasn't that the name of a well-known traveler who explored old Sarkoris? Yes, I often get questions about him. You're not the first person to make the connection. The priest smiles. Jernog puts lots of small villages on the map. His work helped the Crusaders gain a foothold in previously uncharted territory, but it has also helped facilitate an evacuation that saved many lives. Few people know that Jernog was a follower of Aristil. He didn't just create maps, he also described the customs and ways of life in the villages where he traveled. I am honored to share his name. Didn't I already ask him this? Why were you examining those trees back in the grove? I have to go. So is there anything else we really need to do here? Let's see. We gotta do that one. We'll need to talk Worldless Ruins. We need to go to Heavens. We need to take that back. During the battle for Canis, a number of Crusaders lost their faith, laid down their arms, and defected to the enemy. They begged the demons for mercy, willingly accepting the dark pardons in exchange. Queen Galifay's orders to apprehend these traitors and put them to the sword. Okay, so these two quests are crusade quests, so they involve us actually doing stuff with the army, which I hadn't realized. Ask Erebeth how the scabbard for her family heirloom sword ended up in a smuggler's cache. It was in a smuggler's cache? Okay. The storyteller seeks pages covered in ancient elven script. They will help you shed light on forgotten path. So it looks like there are no quests actually to do here, and we have completed this. So I say we go ahead and leave. Let's talk to these people, see if there's anything new. Look, the commander's here. Welcome back. How are things going in the village? Not much happens in the village. I'm sure you have a lot going on, and stuff is always happening in the cities and on the front lines, but things are pretty quiet out here. But let's see, what's the latest news from our little village? Well, we went fishing and caught some ruffle. They were big, too, nice and plump. Fat as piglets, I tell you. What else? Weevils have eaten through our carrots. They gobbled up everything down to the last stalk. The other day, old Berg went up to fix his roof, took a hard fall. If it hadn't been for Jernog and his prayers, we'd have kicked the bucket by now. No doubt, though. You must think it's ridiculous to call any of this news. Also, Jernog is just downright wonderful. I don't know, maybe his prayers are working, or maybe he has a lucky touch, but whatever he blesses me, I always catch a boatload of fish. Also, he sings like an... Do you worship any deities here? Faith, religion, deities, with all due respect to Jernog, no one here has time for such things. Maybe people in the city can go around praying and listening to sermons, but in backwater places like this, we're just doing what we can to survive. There's only one provider and protector for us, our mother, Icy Rill. Well, okay. Safe travels may you defeat all your enemies. And don't forget, you're always welcome here. I see no reason to stick around. How do we get out of here? I assume down here? Yep, right there. Let's go ahead and recruit. Region 2. Okay. Oh, this increases our daily income by 100. Oh. Yeah, that's a lot more important than I thought. Let's start heading back. Do 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 do. Definitely time to head back. So we have corruption 1. I don't know what that does. 15% arcane spell failure, -2 to wisdom and intelligence, and -3 to combat and C&D. So, bad. So we know for future reference. Oh.
Make every strike count.
It's a baboo. So apparently there is loot on these maps. Well, that one's just a dead body.
Onwards.
Or camp. So now we know what happens if you get corrupted. Not good stuff. Now I know at some point when we capture that stuff on the other side of the river, our war camp will move there, but until then we have to travel all that distance, so we might want to concentrate on getting our war camp going. Sell all the junk stuff. So we've got a +1 cloak of resistance. Oppressor's gloves. I think we're going to sell those. I really don't think there's any use. +1 chain shirts. We'll sell those. We'll sell the notes of a traveling priest. Well, that's a scroll script. We don't want that. Variable for alchemetical. I haven't developed anyone to do alchemetical. I don't think we have. Yeah, I don't see anything else there we need. I think we're going to go ahead and sort our stuff here. We'll throw you and you in there. We also want to throw you and you. Everything else we will keep. Let's do some maintenance. I'm trying to limit how often I do maintenance for you guys, but I will occasionally. Okay. So we've got a cloak +1. So you have a cloak +1. You don't have one. You don't have one. Let's give you one. I think your bow is better. Uses +1 or become entangled. This one is +2 with a better chance of criticals. I think we will go ahead and give this to you. Not that I expect you to use a bow much, but you never know. Okay. So that takes care of that. We've got a wand to bless and a wand to remove disease. Already carrying a wand to cure lights. Let's go ahead and give you a wand to bless. Actually, no. Cancel that. Let's give you a wand to bless. Doop. And a wand to remove disease. Okay, so that should take care of that stuff. Are you still blind? No, looks like you're no longer blind. Okay. I don't remember seeing this. Okay. There's still the mystery that I'm not sure of. But I think at this point we will call it an episode. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or comment. And if you disliked the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey1958 and have fun gaming.